guiding principles, often known as the Rochdale Principles because it was the Rochdale pioneers, the first successful cooperative society, that elaborated them in their famous Rule First of 1844. They're about voluntary and open membership, that membership should be open to all people who can use the services and accept that they will abide by the rules. They're about member economic participation, so that people can contribute to the share capital of their cooperative and share in the rewards from it. Alongside these cooperative values are 4 ethical values. Say the ethical values can be shared by many other organisations, but they're particularly important to cooperatives because in many ways it was a response to the lack of these that led to the growth of our cooperative movement in the first place. First of these is honesty. Seems pretty obvious these days, but in many ways cooperatives responded to dishonest practices in retailing in particular at the time of their foundation. There's widespread practice of adulteration of foodstuffs. There was widespread abuse of weights and measures. So honest trading was absolutely critical to the success of the Rochdale pioneers. We talk about openness as a value, being open and transparent in the transactions. And you often see this demonstrated now in modern fair trade cooperatives working with smallholders in the developing world, where you'll see the scales where the smallholders can weigh their coffee or other produce, showing that they're actually not being cheated as they often are by the middlemen. We also have got a value of social responsibility, which is showing the links with their communities, and in all of their actions they are going to be responsible. And the value of caring for others. Caring is an absolute key part of a cooperative and the way it works with its community. Beyond these values, we have a series of principles, often known as the Rochdale Principles because they derive from the Law First, the first constitution of the Rochdale Pioneers Society. They've changed over time slightly because we say they are the guidelines through which the values are put into practice. The first of these is about voluntary and open membership, that people should join a co-op because they want to, because they can use its services and they accept the responsibilities of membership. But it's not a collective. You can't force people to join a genuine cooperative. You can't have an opt-out rather than opt-in, as some government officials at times think. The second one is about democratic control, that cooperatives are controlled on a one-member, one-vote basis, irrespective of race, irrespective of creed, irrespective of shareholding, which really differentiates us from other big companies. The third one is about member economic participation, that members will contribute to the share capital of the cooperative and they will also benefit from the patronage rewards, the rewards as a result of the loyalty they have given in terms of buying and trading with their cooperative. And so it's other principles as well. Autonomy and independence. In parts of the world there's a thin line between government support for cooperatives and government control of cooperatives. The principle is that cooperatives are autonomous and independent organisations. Whilst they may have relationships with the state, that should not come to the point of interference and control. There's then a principle of education, training and information that says that cooperatives should inform their members, the wider public and especially young people, about the nature and benefits of cooperation. They recognise that as membership-based organisations, they need to educate their members and in particular their leadership in order to ensure good governance of cooperatives. We have a principle of cooperation between cooperatives that says we want to build a cooperative economy. We want to encourage cooperatives to trade with other cooperatives and build that solidarity, put the value of solidarity into practice. And finally, we have a principle of concern for the community. Today, everyone would say about their concern for the environment, But that is at the heart of cooperatives, concern for their community, all aspects of their community, and ways in which they can look to strengthen the communities from which their members come, the communities of which they're part. Today, many cooperatives across the world see the values as what differentiates them from other forms of business. Now, post a global financial crisis, people have lost confidence in many of the big public companies. Cooperatives are saying, as customer, member-owned businesses, they're different. They're not there simply to make the maximum profit for their shareholders. They're there to meet the needs of their members. And so we see putting the ethics into practice, promoting fair trade, promoting fair financial transactions are what's building the success of the cooperative movement across the world.